So the other day, I left my house. I locked it and left. Then, on reaching the gate, I asked myself, did I really close that door? Then I go back and I check whether I've closed the door, and well, I had closed the door.
Yay!
I am currently reading James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, and I'm finding some very powerful insights therein. So apparently it is possible to do things unconsciously, right? It is possible for me to actually lock the door and forget that I locked the door because I did it unconsciously. I am so used to it that it has become a habit. It has become a habit for me to lock my door and leave. So I even forget whether I locked it. That's why I come to ask myself later on, what happened? Did I close my door or did I leave it wide open? And funny thing is, it happens all through the day, right? From the moment you wake up. When I wake up, well, I hear my alarm, I turn it off. Sometimes I turn it off and sleep again. Sometimes I turn it off and lay awake in bed. And that is a habit. It's something that I'm used to doing, right? But is it right? Is that something that I want to keep on doing? What do I do if I want to change it? What do I do if I want to do things differently? What do I do if I want to develop a new habit and I'm finding it hard for me to actually do it? What if I want to develop a habit of maybe brushing my teeth thrice a day instead of once or twice? What if I want to develop the habit of reading a book every day? Reading a chapter of a book every day? What if I want to develop the habit of posting a podcast, recording a podcast twice a week, thrice a week? What if I want to develop a habit of maybe writing a blog post twice a week? What do I need to do so that this can actually become a habit and not just something that I force on myself? Because if I force it on myself, well, I'll get tired and stop, right? It won't become a habit, it just becomes something that you do whenever you feel like doing it. So how do I develop the discipline to actually do it? How do I develop it from actually becoming something that I just do to something that I'm used to doing, right? And this is where James Clear's book comes in, because I feel it is a very good book. It is an important book for anyone who wants to develop new habits, for anyone who wants to let go of old habits. Think about it. What is that one habit that you want to let go of? What is that one habit that you want to begin? Then after realizing this, then what is it that you want to do? What is the next step? And the best thing is, you don't really have to, let it all go just like that. Everything takes time, right? You can't just wake up one morning and, stop smoking, for example. It takes time. And best thing about this is it actually begins with your identity, right? If you want to change anything, then you have to change your identity too. Because if you identify yourself as a failure, then you'll become a failure. If you try and tell a fish that its success will be measured upon its ability to climb a tree, then it will always see itself as unsuccessful because it can't climb a tree. That is not its environment. It is a fish. It swims. So you are who you tell yourself you are, right? As a man thinketh, so is he. And there's a very interesting part of the book that says that the more pride you have in a particular aspect of your identity, the more you will be motivated to actually maintain the habits associated with that habit or that aspect of your identity. It's a good book. You should go ahead and read it. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Well, it's a great book because it also pushes you to ask yourself, what makes you who you are? What makes me who I am? What makes us who we are? What defines your identity or how people perceive you in the first 10 seconds of meeting or actually seeing you? It's a book that actually pushes you to think. It's a book that pushes you out of your comfort zone because it tries to bring a part out of you, a part that you did not even think you had. For example, I didn't really think that I could sleep for 8 hours. I thought it was, 7 to 8 hours. I thought it was queer. Really, I thought it was absurd. Well, at my age, I feel that I should sleep quite late. I feel that, while I'm sleeping, someone else is doing something huge out there. But now, funny thing is, we all have 24 hours in a day, right? And out of this 8 hours, how do I spend the other 16 hours? How do I live my life? How do they live their lives? So why should I compare myself with them? Because we're all different. And to think that you can compare yourself with others is just wrong, because you're two completely different people. Thinking about what other people think about you is also wrong, because you're two completely different people, because everyone is also worried about their own problems. Which brings me to the spotlight effect, where you think that everyone's eyes are on you, and yet everyone's thinking the same thing, that everyone's eyes are on them. So everyone wants to become the center of attention. Everyone thinks that they're the center of attention, and yet they're not. Everyone thinks that the world revolves around them, but it doesn't. Everyone has a life of their own. So you should live yours.